Everyone knows the damage a 12-gauge shotgun can do, but what kind of damage could it do if you fill the shotgun shells up with gold?
There's only one way to find out.
In the eyes of a ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of wrong from right. 'Cause the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you, 'cause that's where the ranger's gonna be.
So there's only one way to find out. Back in the day, gold miners, after they would take all the gold out of the mine, they would actually open these shotgun shells, put some gold dust in there, and what they would do is they would shoot it right there on the side of the mountain, and it would look like a vein of gold, and they were able to sell that to people to trick them. So we're going to see how well that actually worked when we shoot at some of these rocks here.
Justin, you're blasting my eardrums out when you're talking right now.
It sounds perfect to me.
It's really loud.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so we're going to take a few of these 2 3/4 inch shells, and I think we're going to take all the BBs out of a couple of them and maybe leave a couple BBs in one of them. But you never want to do this. We're just looking for attention, so we're being dangerous. In reality, you could blow your legs off.
Feel my legs. I said, Bubba, they ain't there. And I looked down, and them little bloody nubs was kicking real fast like this here. And I said, Bubba, it's 30 miles to the nearest town. Unless you can flip upside down and walk on your hands, you ain't gonna make it.
I guess on that one, just dump them all out. And on this one, we'll dump them all out. And then on that last one, we'll just leave a few BBs in there. That way, this gold that we have is really, really light. And so we don't know how quickly it's gonna come out of there. So we'll leave a few BBs in this one to see what happens there. So you might be wondering where in the world we got all that gold to fill up these shotgun shells. We actually bought a bunch of those little souvenir bottles filled with gold flakes at a garage sale for $75 for the whole entire 5-gallon container. And we emptied all of them out and we took it to get it tested, and check that video out if you haven't already. But what we found out is that this gold is better spent in shotgun shells. So
Have a little bit of fun with it.
so let's go ahead and try it out and see what happens.
All right, so I just picked up a Winchester Super X pump. It's not a super expensive shotgun, but I like Winchester and I really wanted to try it out. It can hold 5+1. It's got a cylinder bore in it. I'm just kind of curious how well this one works. And we have just a can up here. I'm just going to use some cheap bird shot. I'm too cheap to get slugs. Those are too expensive. But I'm going to shoot this real quick, the old good American style. Let's see how well it works.
Wow. Wow.
Wow, you're so dominant.
Wow.
Wow, look at this.
Wow. Wow.
Better than I thought. Good old American power.
So we had to shoot a couple bird shot through there before we tried the gold rounds out. So now that obliterated that can, maybe we should test out the gold.
It's about time. There's nothing like the fresh smell of gunpowder.
As he mentioned a second ago, back in the day, they used to put gold in the shotgun shells. It was kind of a dishonest thing they used to do. They used to put them in these shells and they would shoot the rocks on different gold claims. And that would make people think that there was gold on the claim. And so let's shoot this rock and see what happens, see if it looks like there's gold on this property.
So this particular shell here, there's no BBs or anything. It's just straight up gold. So we're going to be a little bit closer because I don't know how well this is going to shoot out. And I'm just going to see if this works here.
I'm curious. It does still have the wad in it though.
Yeah, it still has the wad, so. That was very depressing.
That was very interesting, but very quiet. You can see where it hit now. And obviously there wasn't enough pressure to back build, so, but yeah, you can see the gold in there, and actually
looks like gold.
it actually stuck pretty well. but it was pretty weak, and a lot of it just came out and landed on the ground. So we've got another one like that.
I may have to get a little bit closer to see if I can get more gold on the rock here.
Should we shoot this one into this, or should we shoot this into the big one? We already kind of seen what it did in the rock. Should we shoot this into the big one and see what happens, if it's able to damage it at all?
Is that the BB one?
This is not the BB one.
Well, let's do the last not BB one here, and then we'll do the BB one for the big one.
Okay, the gold plus P.
I want to see if I can get more gold on there. Like, look more convincing.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get at the vein here.
Shoot back it just a little bit, Mitchell.
That one was better.
Like that.
Yeah, looks like gold.
Yeah, so that one came out a little bit harder. I did pack this one pretty tight, so that's probably why it's a little bit louder. Woo!
Smells like gold.
Smells like gold and gunpowder right there.
Oh, pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
Now let's go destroy the big one.
All right, so now we're gonna shoot the big one, which is a unused firecracker from the 4th of July with the gold plus P. And what this is it's a little bit of gold on top, but I left a few BBs in there to see if that would help the gold come out a little bit better. And I think one of the problems on that first rounds is that the lips on the end, I don't know the technical term, do you?
Sounds good.
But the lips, they didn't get closed all the way, and so there wasn't as much pressure to go out the gun. So we'll throw this in here. We'll see how much damage it does on the big one. See if we can see any gold. The big one. Okay.
That came out as a wad almost.
I see gold flakes flying right now. That's pretty cool. But I see gold all over the place. Look at that. That's so cool. Gold all over. Gold! Oh, it's bleeding.
Oh,
that's pretty gross looking.
It turned into a slug almost.
It did, yeah.
It did, yeah.
That is weird. That is actually paint on the inside of there, I think.
A little bit of leftover paint.
But you can see it's gone bad, so let me shoot this thing a couple times. 4, 5. You said 5 plus 1. Okay. So this is 5 plus 1. I don't really like where the lever is on this gun, but I'm picky.
You are picky. Your skill. There it is.
Oh, that's
ready?
nice.
Beautiful.
Think about a home intruder right now.
That's only birdshot too. That's number 7.
I know, that's just birdshot, lead.
Pretty impressive for number 7. Does a cameraman want to shoot?
Sure.
Okay. Don't sound too excited.
All right, let's see if the cameraman can hit it now.
Ooh, tore it in 3.
As you can see, we just obliterated that fake firework. And thanks for watching. We don't love you because we have no clue who you are. We'll see you next time.
Freeze it! Oh!